The Corey Brothers Mouthpieces Podcast.
Alright, we are back. The hospital radio of saxophone podcasting, Corey Brothers Mouthpiece Podcast, returns. I'm Paul Corey.
I'm Jim Corey.
Together, we are Corey Brothers Mouthpieces. We make handmade saxophone mouthpieces in our little workshop in Yorkshire, England.
Welcome to episode 3. We made it.
We did.
We haven't been taken off air.
Apple have still got us up there.
Congratulations.
And you.
So, it's been a privilege and an honour to sit in the company of our next guest, who is featured here on episode 3. One of the world's leading saxophonists and a good friend of ours, Mr. Baptiste Herbin. We welcomed Baptiste back to Leeds last week and spent an incredible afternoon chatting to him, talking, eating, playing and discussing all things life, saxophone,
music,
everything. It was incredible and enlightening and an absolute honour for us to share time with this incredible human being.
Yes, indeed.
So, without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. This is episode 3, Baptiste Herbin. So, it's amazing to welcome our special guest, Mr. Baptiste Herbin.
He's here.
Bonsoir.
So,
Good evening, the Corey Brothers.
Welcome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're loving having you here, man.
Yeah, because I didn't know you. I knew your brother for many years, but it's first time
It's
tonight.
great to meet you, man. I've
Wow.
enjoyed it so far.
hanging out.
I will.
So, Baptiste, you were here yesterday in Manchester, yeah? In
Manchester.
Manchester.
Yes.
In the RNCM, Royal Northern College of Music, for the Saxophone Day.
Indeed.
Yeah. First time, Manchester.
Yeah, it was programming last year for. I think it was for a different event. The Selmer gave me this invitation for. I think it was jazz festival. Is there a jazz festival in Manchester?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was cancelled because of COVID. So, but I think it was different, a different thing from Selmer. But with the same Rob
Buckland, yeah.
Buckland
Yeah.
and Andy. Sorry,
Scott.
Scott.
Yeah, Andy Scott, yeah.
Yeah, amazing people.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was with the same, but for another event, and it was for the Adolf Sax birthday. So yeah, it was
And
great.
then, yeah. And then we had you coming over to Leeds Conservatoire right before COVID.
2 times, 3 times.
So
the ones cancelled.
Yeah, so you came twice, and then we had
Twice,
you
yeah.
ready to come again. And
The first one, I think, was 2015 during the attacks in Paris.
yes,
Yeah,
because that night your phone was going.
exactly.
Do you
I remember.
God, yeah, worrying times.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible.
How was the whole like COVID thing for you in Paris, in France, and the lockdown and not playing, and like, did you enjoy having the time off to focus on stuff, or how was it for you?
At the beginning was like you have all everything concert. My venue to Leeds, for example, concert and tours and. Okay, maybe we have one year like this, so you have to accept the situation. Oof, and after maybe 1 month, became okay. I go outside to make more sports, but besides when I went from sports, I was drinking a lot and cooking and just about life but about music, it was more now I have time to making a book. All my stuff I did, all my technique stuff, pattern stuff, leaks and so I did this.
Yeah.
And I did a lot about Zoom lesson.
Yeah.
Before I was completely closed about this, completely.
Nothing online.
No. I never tried. It was like, prefer one-to-one in live, and
Yeah.
but we needed money at this time. So okay, let's try. And I received a lot of message thanks to this Instagram,
Yeah.
but lot of messages. And I started the 2000 maybe 14 or 15 my Instagram page.
Yeah.
Russian friend, sax player, very young, who was, I think he's still in New York, and he told me, you don't have Instagram page, please. And he was totally right, because I did. Thanks to this social media, I had a lot of project, proposition, concert tour, and also during the COVID session, a lot of students.
Yeah.
And a lot of students from United States. Was very surprised.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Not so much from Brazil, because it was the price is not, it was difficult for them. But okay, I did some efforts, but it's like 30 euros one. It's not so good, but for friends, well, never mind. So, but United States, they can pay you very. I was 150.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Euros, okay. Dollars.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of contacts. And there was, for example, John Gordon, one of my favorite alto player in the world, actually, sent me a message, and we have a meeting on Instagram live.
Yeah.
I do, wow, what's an honor. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And 1 hour speaking with him, and wow. So
The world became smaller and more
exactly.
accessible. And
But maybe with screens,
Yeah.
from a cell phone, and maybe now I am too much on my cell phone or my screens, maybe because of this. But instead of, it's very important for me
yeah.
right now. I realize the importance of social media and how to spare to. Yeah,
Connect.
spread. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, my English. To spread your world, your voice,
Yeah.
your business, and your music.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
another shop window, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a shop
Yeah.
window for you.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So we met Martin yesterday. Martin.
Yes.
From Van Doren.
Martin Trio.
Yeah, that was amazing to meet him and see the products and everything that
From
he
Van
had.
Doren.
From Van Doren, yeah. Can we ask you about your involvement in the development of the S Plus A5,
Mouthpiece?
the mouthpiece? Yeah, and what you were trying to achieve in that sound and what you were looking for with them.
Well, the beginning is we are saxophonists, so we are every time searching for mouthpiece. This mouthpiece is not good. 1 month mouthpiece, but reeds, mouthpieces, reeds. Sometimes sax and sometimes ligature.
Yeah.
It's a long way. But I discovered this Van Doren as everybody when we played classical, for the classical periods, of course. And I didn't know that they made jazz or more open material for music, improvisation music.
Yeah.
Discovered from my teacher at this time in a little town near Paris. He told me, if you want to play jazz, play Rico. So I played Rico. And I discovered when I moved to Paris, I discovered the Van Doren host some jam session under Van Doren name. At this time, it was a club closed now in Paris called Autour de Minuit, around midnight. Closed. It's just behind the Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge. I discovered, okay, there is ZZ reed, there is Java reed. Okay, and I tried this because I met Jean-Paul Gauvin, who is in retreat now. He doesn't work at Van Doren anymore, but he was like a big aura, big, very sympathetic guy, very open, and he has something strong. And he knew Steve Coleman, Jerry Mulligan, Stan Getz. I have a lot of experience. Okay, kid, you want to play Van Doren? Okay, try this, and he gave me, and I enjoyed a lot, and we start maybe 2007 to have this friendship with Van Doren, with the team of Van Doren, but also Jean-Paul. And I had all, when I was at the Conservatoire of Paris, I had all free. Reeds, mouthpiece, ligature. It's like, wow, what privilege.
Yeah.
And 2010, I will remember all my life I was playing the Series V5 Van Doren.
Yeah.
Very open, like 45 or 55 is like 8 or 9 opening normally. And I had a pain under my stomach here and
Like a hernia.
yeah, and it was hernia inguinal. No, hernia.
Yeah.
I didn't know, so I went to the doctor and said, you have hernia. What's this? And he explained me, and I was like, no, it's not possible. Maybe I'm pushing too much air in my instrument. But Conan the Barbarian. Okay. And this time I lost my father. I was like in the violent time. And Jean-Paul, he tried to me, okay, let's go to a A5 V16 series, just to, and I will do the same chamber inside for you, but it's much more close. It's closer. And it was fantastic. And here was the first idea of the S Plus, that the S, normal S, because before, still today there is a medium chamber and the small chamber before, but I had problem to push on my neck, on my on the cork. That there was a limit because the la perce in English is the shape inside of the before the chamber.
Yeah.
I don't know what in English the
Like
the
bore?
Yeah, maybe bore. Yes, it's bore. Yeah. It was too thin, so he opened wide a little bit and sound more open and more precise, more in tune, more color. And I went to the factory, meet two people, Jean Rapin and Guy Barbier. So I saw them last week.
Hi guys.
Yeah, and hi guys, salut les amis. And there are two people fantastic, and I discover the factory and also Bernard Van Doren and all the team, Jean-Louis and all the guys, all the tester, making and also making business. It's another world from the Paris office, which is very great too, but it's huge and all is prepared there. But the idea came from Paris, so don't forget it. And from Jean-Paul, it was his last idea from Jean-Paul. But after he came out from Van Doren retreat, and people from the south, the factory actually is in Bormes-les-Mimosas, which is near Toulon, not Toulouse, Toulon.
Toulon.
Yeah, Marseille, Toulon, and between Toulon and Nice, there is this little town near the sea, very very nice. And Bernard Van Doren, he makes wine, Van Doren wine.
Oh wow!
With a sparkling white
and the sparkling,
wine.
like
With
with
lemon?
champagne, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Never tried that. He make rosé white wine. Yeah, very good. He's a bon vivant, like this. And Cole from
James O'Hara.
the
Baptiste Herbin.
the president of France, from Macron. Hello. Yeah, and the S Plus came from this, and because Jean Rapin, the master of mouthpiece, and Guy, the two masters, they considered maybe we can improve this model because it came from beginning of 90s, maybe. And we tried after making a trial with a lot of American players, Mark Gross, Dimitri Baevsky, and many more. Not also bebop, also pop players.
Yeah.
Don't remember. the name in that Van der Rens have in an office in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, and it's very great. And so they have the approbation. Your piece you did with us is fantastic. Let's get a business, and I don't have business with them just by friendship.
Yeah.
Maybe I will be a billionaire. I don't know, but it's not my. I'm not interested about this.
Yeah.
But it's just a kind of honor, privilege to participate on this piece, this mouthpiece, and same with Salmer and the Supreme. Same is.
Absolutely.
It's a
man.
privilege. So right now this mouthpiece is. I consider the best for me.
Absolutely.
And the tip opening is 5. I've tried the 7, 8. But 5 for me, it's perfect. And I don't have my hernia vanished. I don't know why. I put less efforts in my instrument, but have 2 more percent, 2,000 more percent of sound.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So it's not a question of
Well, your sound
opening.
your sound is ridiculous, man.
It could be very, very thin. It's 3 reeds or 2.5. You can get a big sound. Phil Woods as Cannonball Idol, they used a very easy blowing pieces. So that's the S plus.
It's
And,
interesting. It's so interesting to hear all about the Van Doren history and the people that are involved, and
right.
an incredible company, and just amazing.
Yeah.
You were going to ask Baptiste some ideas, weren't you?
Some questions.
Just move this in a bit. That's it.
Boom.
I've got loads of different kinds of questions.
Hey, it's no problem.
I want to start with this one. What's the most important thing for students of jazz to think about above all else? Like a golden rule to think about. When you study jazz, what's the primary thing you should just always think of?
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
Listen.
Every time. Listen.
I
When
agree.
you start and when you play and when you every time. Listen yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be very short, but I can explain more. But listen, it's very important. But it depends if you are a student or a ready musician. For a ready musician, I don't know because I'm still a student.
Oh, no, everyone's still learning.
Yeah.
I know.
I consider myself as eternal student. So listening and maybe the second one, if could be second one, respect about everybody, about yourself, about
Cool.
respect and cool and because I had this period pushing too much hours for nothing on my saxophone, like 12 hours, and searching for something I don't know. You search but I finally. And you are not happy after you are hearing yourself and oh no, I could do more. And with my experiences now, I can hear myself and be happy, or probably I could be different, yeah. Or after a concert, not so much good. So always I'm happy. Like, okay, I did my job.
I'd be happy if I heard myself and I sounded like you.
Yeah. If I listened to myself and I sounded like you, yeah,
I would be happy too.
yeah, I
Hey,
would
it's
be
all
happy.
good.
No, but
It's all cool.
Before I was every time upset, upset. And now my friend from Brazil, Idriss Boudriwa, he's still alive. He's a sax player from France, living in Rio de Janeiro. He told me, you have to be enjoyed by everything you got, everything you get, and everything you are playing or doing. He told me I can, with
Canoe?
in the street, and I will do it with all my love. I can do I don't know all the thing you do with love. And if you do this, no problem. You will have some distance, and I needed distance from my work. And did you get this distance? And you begin to play better too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you are too much deep in your thing, you
try-
lose everything. And
You try too hard.
yeah.
You reach too hard.
You have to be, but I think it's a situation, obligatory situation. Maybe you should go to this situation.
to
Unfortunately,
learn from it.
yeah,
Yeah.
to learn from it. And after now, I'm more. I know that sometimes I need work and I need practice every time, but it's not like before, like obligation. It's always because I want, because I'm happy and. I follow the way every time. Consider the life like a dream and not, despite of
Yeah.
all the very bad things around them, but around us. But
Yeah.
there is very beautiful things like the Curry brothers.
We've had some sandwiches, we've had some wine,
French wine.
and we're having a good time talking
And good
to
music too.
Baptiste. Yeah.
I want to talk a bit more about France. About France.
Mhm.
Like Selma, because like France, Paris is the mecca of the saxophone world, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being there, developed everything, and you being involved in the Supreme thing must have been amazing to do.
Yeah, it's
Like when they asked you,
yeah.
what did you think when they said, "We want you to like try this new instrument. We want you to help."
It's all quite the same as Van Doren.
Exactly
I was
that thing of like,
yeah. My relationship with Salmer, I went there was like 18 or 19 when I was in Paris, when I arrived in Paris, and directly we had something special. I don't know. They saw something directly, and okay, you want. It was 2010, so I was 22 years old, and they proposed me. You have a Mark 6. Can you represent Salmer? But now we offer you a reference.
So your Mark 6, was that the first sax you'd ever been given?
Series 2, my first.
Right.
Oh, actually, I learned from a Mark 6 from my uncle.
Wow.
My first notes were on the Mark 6. Yeah. Late Mark 6. From 68, 69.
a big
yeah.
ray came out of
Yeah.
heaven onto your head when you played that first six. man.
Maybe. It was from my uncle after he recuperated normally, and he chose for me Series 2. And after I get this Mark 6, was stolen 2019, but okay. And yeah, they gave me a reference. I was like, wow, it's for me. Wow. But you have to play it as you want, the most you can, because this is so that I was getting more and more knowing.
Yeah.
So I keep it, and I play the rules. Yeah, I played the rules very well. And after, naturally, they asked me, because reference is from Pierrick Pedron. Pierrick Pedron is a very good friend from France. He did all the work about the
I follow
reference.
him on Instagram, yeah.
He's very, very good
Yeah.
friend, very kind.
Yeah.
Cool.
Big, serious player. And
Saw him practicing his exercises, I think,
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
bathroom on
Yeah.
Instagram.
yeah,
His arpeggios and super
yeah, he told
high.
me, and he was in my studio in this year in May, or searching for new mouthpieces. He's a fan of soloist mouthpieces now, but and now he's playing not reference anymore. He's playing the Supreme 2. So yeah, well, he was one of the creator of one of the reference, but yeah, they proposed me Supreme. At this time, there was not a name, very new.
They had no name for it at
No.
this time.
very new instrument, but who can do everything like the Mark 6 at this time, like classical, pop, and jazz. Wow, what a project! Very
It's incredible.
special. And we start 2012, I think, with my neck of my Mark 6, but it was the wrong way. We back away from other things, and now it's for me Supreme is synthesis of everything. I tried a King Super 20 in Spain last September. You have quite the same on the Supreme. A Mark 6, quite the same, but it's another instrument. It could break your mind or your brain because it's very wow, so perfect. I have some comments from don't remember, maybe not friends, but from Salme. They said from customer is so perfect that I don't like. Yeah.
You said that your brother, who's a piano tuner,
Yeah.
he said that to you,
Yeah, he
that
told
it's
me
the
it's perfect.
most in
The
tune.
pitch, it's like he has a perfect pitch, and he said me, "Wow."
Wow.
During it was already at this time the prototype, not the
Not the one you're
yeah,
playing.
Yeah. And every time I actually have, I'm playing this for 2 years. Every time I'm hearing myself on almost every time on tuning is perfect, perfect. Yeah.
How do you think the Supreme lacquer to the one that you're playing now with the unlacquered version? Why did you? You said that you saw one in the factory that hadn't been
No,
lacquered?
in the office, there's just a bell, Florent Milo, which is his my friend and also the artistic director at Selmer. And he knows very well Kenny Garrett and everybody around the world, Chris Potter and Joshua Redman, the Selmer guy in our world. And Florent is very kind. And he just broke his leg few weeks ago, and now he's at home. And I sent him a message today morning to say, it was very great. And he responds me, he answers me in minute after. I'm not rocking, but I'm following you. He's a very great guy, very great guy.
Yeah, cool.
And but I saw the bell in his hand. Wow, I changed from the Laker one.
Yeah.
And I realized too, but I'm not really sure, that it's a little bit darker with the polished finishing. Yeah, the brushed finishing. Yeah, maybe.
And an accident you had on your bike.
Yeah, in May. Yeah. But everything fine.
Yeah. Fixed.
Fixed and no problem.
Brilliant.
No one does it like Selma, do they?
No, I don't think so. It's just incredible. Like, we were chatting earlier, weren't we, about horns, and you were saying that for you and what you do, you never clicked with a Selma.
I don't play one.
No.
But
you've always played
I-
mine
yeah.
and thought killing horn or
But from sort of working on machinery and making mouthpieces, just making mouthpieces alone, I totally appreciate everything that they do there and make and fabricate and invent.
Yeah.
I think they are so good. I can't put it any other way. I don't play one, play a Keelworth, but I think everything they do is so measured and thought through, and it's just them who've been responsible for making the saxophone what it is today. They've done everything.
yeah.
They've taken the hit on everything. They're the innovators.
Yeah, and they have a very old legacy.
Yeah.
Very big legacy, and politics change today, and it's not easy for them to perpetuate this quality and time is difficult.
No other maker would dare try and just start again with a new bore, just make a new. No one's doing that.
Yeah, all
Not like
the
that, no,
trademarks are making from Mark 6, from But this new one is not about making again.
I know.
It's very new.
It's about thinking forward.
Yeah, but that's what they've always done. That's what the Mark VI was.
Yeah. And that's
In
why
its day,
I'm
that
very
was
proud
that.
of Salmer.
Yeah, and each one they did had something that they completely improved the instrument every time. They're the gods.
And we chatted last night about your friend who's on the tenor version, which they're bringing out soon.
Next year.
What, next year?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe September. I
Right.
don't know.
They're
Wow.
going to kill everyone.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think Chris Potter is already playing this, or few musicians.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
But you have to wear a ninja suit if you're going to play that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I never tried the tenor, but yeah, I heard just on every time I'm positive. Yeah.
Paul, you had for Baptiste a quick fire question round.
20 questions.
20 questions.
Something like that.
Very quick, very quick.
Very
Yes,
quick answers.
No, yes.
They might be, they're quite weird.
Pass.
You need your glasses.
I don't know, what have I done with them? They're here. I did this on the last podcast. Where's my glasses? And Jim was laughing.
Maybe.
Go on then.
They're on
now
your
I can see
head.
again. Right, you ready? It doesn't matter. They range in lots of. It's not just about jazz. It's about things.
Exactement.
Because we're friends, so friends. Your favourite singer?
Good question. Frank Sinatra.
Favourite place in the world?
Belle-Île-en-Mer.
Okay. Favourite alcoholic drink?
It could be wine or beer.
Anything.
Anything.
Quick.
Guerreri from Marche. It's Italian wine,
All
red
right.
wine. Yes.
Favourite drummer? You have to choose one.
Ali Jackson.
Yeah.
The best French film ever?
François Ier.
Your
Avec
favourite?
Fernandel. From the 30s.
All right,
Very
that's
old.
even better.
Yeah.
Very old.
Your favourite French car?
Peugeot.
Favourite jazz festival?
Clermont-Ferrand. Jazz en tête.
Favourite French painter?
French.
Yeah. Got him on this one.
No.
We can return to
We
that
can return.
question.
All right, you think about
go
that
back. Yeah.
Favourite colour?
Green.
Favourite animal?
Cat.
The best way to travel?
Boat. And train. Train or boat?
Train.
Yeah.
The best hotel bed you have ever slept in?
Ooh. I think it was in Thailand.
All right.
Yeah. I think Thailand, yeah.
The longest journey ever to a gig?
I have the painter.
Go.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
Trek, yeah.
Lautrec. Sorry. Ooh, too much wine.
The
Sorry.
longest journey to a gig it's taken you to get to a gig?
Oof. 2 days. Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Paris, New York in one time. For 35 hours.
No.
35, yeah.
Name something you hate.
Mediocrity.
Your favourite planet.
Jupiter.
Favourite piece of classical music.
La mer, Debussy.
Favourite pizza.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
No, pizza.
The painter. Pizza. The pizza
Favourite
Toulouse-Lautrec.
pizza.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
No.
Pizza Toulouse. Favorite? Margarita.
Oh yes,
Ah ouais.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Name
From Italy.
one thing you would do to change the world.
Spread my love.
Good. Your favourite dessert.
Could be apple cake or no New York
Cheesecake.
Banoffee.
cheesecake or
Cheese.
the last one Italian tiramisu.
All right, there's 2 questions left. This is difficult.
Attention, il
Name
va me voir.
3 jazz albums you cannot live without. 3.
Okay.
Only 3.
Milestones
Yeah.
from Miles Davis. Charlie Parker live at the Three Deuces and Three Deuces? No, yes, I think it's this. And Coltrane ballads.
Good choices.
Last question. Apart from making the best saxophones, what thing does France do better than the rest of the world?
In France,
What thing do they do better than the rest of the world at?
the
Could
musician.
be more than one thing.
Yeah, just one is musician condition.
All right.
This is very interesting. We have the status of intermittent, and this is big gift. And that's why everybody from all around the world can come to France, because you have just to play 48 concerts, and you have money from government.
You fund the arts.
Yeah, and so you have a cachet that it's sent from the Pôle Emploi. Bonsoir, Pôle Emploi, which is there is some problem. You feed people if you give the hand after they took the arm. So there is a lot of friends they reclaim. They are not very happy about the system sometimes. Yes, okay. There is a lot of requests. They send you. Can you send me the copy of cachet of this day, this day, this day? It's normal. It's normal. Just to verify. It's okay to check if it's okay. But it's gift. You have 1,000 euros minimum every month, and when you spend a lot of time on your instrument, you are paid a bit. So this, and also the second one, nothing to compare. It's about music. We are the carrefour, the middle of everything. England, so we have drum and bass and from Balkan, from Spain, flamenco, from New York, all the New York scene, going to Paris or in France. From Brazilian love France, and we love Brazil also. So I wanted to quit Paris when I was teenager to New York, to live in New York and making my jazz life.
Yeah.
And I realized that the life was okay. There is a lot of things wrong, like here, like in England, like everywhere actually. But in France, we have a lot of chance. My wife is from Madagascar, and it's not the same. So we are lucky, so lucky. So I consider that I have everything, all material, all the best situation to make my own, to make my music, and I think, and I can thank, maybe for my first time of my life in live, I want to thank the French government, I don't know if it's the actual government, but the French system about culture, because it's not easy for everybody, and Monet is the king of or queen of world, but the system is so brilliant. So I can't say I can't. I saw a lot of friends. I made a lot of friends from Brazil, from Madagascar, from everywhere. But life is not easy. You go to Brazil, for example. My friend Idris is repairman. My friend Ademir Junior is a fireman. Besides, he's not. He's professional, but he has not. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Enough for to live comfortable in Brazil. They have another job. The drummer of my last album, Vista Chinese, is taxi man. Yeah, drummer.
Wow.
So we are so lucky. So I think Paris, France.
The system is amazing. It's true. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
and we have all about music is so. I mean, I consider England too.
Well, I
About
first witnessed it in my 20s when I was touring in France in bands.
Mhm.
And I was amazed by, we would go to a town and it would be the local big art centre, and it was so funded. The money was great that we were getting paid. Everyone turned out, you know, it was so well, and it was all run by the local council. You know, the funding is what I noticed about France when I first went there when I was younger. You really, like you said, you're lucky. It's the arts are put where they should be
Yeah.
in culture. They mean, you know, it is amazing what happens in France compared to here. We don't have that. It's dwindling. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, maybe, but every country
it's
has this
amazing. It's
positive
amazing.
thing and negative.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it could be a positive, but there is other things I don't like. But okay,
No,
I
yeah.
think in the world, around the world, in Brazil too, it's about money. So the most you have money, the most you can spread the music. I don't like to say bad music because it's not respectful for people who is they are hearing this music. Sorry for them, but maybe more tasty music.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like food. It's like a lot of things. The most is cheaper, then the more they can spread and sell. And I think I am a jazz musician or musician. I consider myself like musician and not jazz musician, but also musician
Yeah.
shortly. That we can spread you know, there is something better, maybe, you don't know, more quality, you know, this instrument, spread the culture.
Yeah.
I remember one time in the 15e, the 15th arrondissement in Paris, which is rich, and there is a very good, my favorite jazz place there is Le Bal Blomet. And it's very new. It's before it was Le Bal Nègre during the crazy years, the 20s. It was very famous, and there was a girl, a woman, like 60 years old. This is trumpet you are playing, and then no, it's saxophone. I know nothing about music. Sorry. So right now, I hope she knows what is a sax and more the saxophone than a trumpet.
Yeah.
We are performing for spread culture and education. We are educator too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's our job too.
Yeah.
And about if you are a jazz player, about not only music but about what is slave, what is the
social
gospel,
history.
the
Yeah.
roots of this music.
Mm.
Exactly.
We have this
To know it
very important role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great asking you those questions and hearing answers about it, because obviously there's interviews with you and articles written about you, about saxophones, and it's just great hearing you talking about other aspects of life that are important to you and your outlook on the world in general, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what comes out in your playing, your experience in life, right?
Yeah.
And it's not always about just looking at the music, it's about looking at everything.
Yeah, it could be. I know that in the jazz, very pure. It's not well seen, but I don't care. And for every musician, you have to follow your way, and you have to doesn't care about what the people think. If the critic is good, like it's come from a master, could be interesting. But if it's people, no, do yourself and. Yeah,
Did you have people criticize, or not criticize, but did you have other musicians in France maybe or in Europe when you were starting to get on the scene? Did you have people looking at your music and your playing and your ability and saying things, and how did you deal with
No,
hearing
no.
anything or
No, so much. On YouTube, but I don't respond. I
No.
don't answer. No,
no?
it's jealousy or.
So you're just focused on
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing.
No, it's not. It's human, and they have all the respect from me and all the liberty to the freedom to express themselves. No problem. I do myself.
I'm thinking about it from like a sort of a student's point of view when they're learning and they're trying to play and they've got they're hearing other students or other players or players that are a bit older maybe or on the scene and how they fit. And how did you, when you were learning and growing into the music, how did you deal with what you're doing compared to what other people are doing? Did you ever comparison?
Never.
No?
It was every time. Sorry for that. It
No,
was
no,
like,
it's good.
I will
Never.
play like him. I will play like him and maybe better. It is very very how you say in French, I don't know too, very
Just focus, confident.
no, it's too much you are like
Masculine.
yeah, no, the how you say no, I will play like him or maybe better is like you are pretentious, lot of
Pretentious. Okay.
pretentious. But pretentious is I have this discussion topic about this with a very good bass player, Rémi Vignolo, and he told me I was the same like you when I was teenager. That I will play like him and maybe better. So, wow, you have the second one I discovered. Yeah? And it gives you strength because it's not easy at all. You have to play. Not 6 hours, maybe 9 hours, 12 hours per day at the beginning. And because the level is very high outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, it's like sports, like a competition. And when you get making the link about my situation I was explaining before, was maybe too much in competition when, okay, the war is finished. let's explain yourself and let's do free. And thanks to Idris, he told me you are too much in the competition, too much asking for yourself, and he was right. But at the beginning you need this, I think. Really, I think Charlie Parker had the same. John Coltrane, not probably, I'm sure. All the great musicians, they have this at the beginning. I'm sure this psychologic. I will play like him. Of course, I can't play like Cannonball Adderley or Phil Woods or Charlie Parker. Of course, but at the beginning, it's like my quest. I will, and you trust about you. I think for sports, the same.
Yeah.
All sports, all. I'm totally sure. Maybe there is others, or you are skilled. You are. Already you have skills and you don't know you are a genius. Genius is like that without asking yourself. It's like boom, have everything. But Coltrane was not. I mean, maybe Charlie Parker. Genius doesn't exist. It's all about psychology, about your own, how you turn your brain and your mind, and you consider yourself as something. So it's difficult because it's work every time egocentric. Every time you are playing for yourself. Every time you are doing video for yourself, music for yourself. For yourself. Always. And I'm talking right now a lot.
Yeah.
So but I know this.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
right?
and all everybody consider you like no. And you have to explain yourself every time. But be careful because I know this. When you are with some people and you are nothing. You are just a human. And the guy who could be a student, he doesn't play very good sax, but he's the same as you.
Mm-hmm.
We are equal.
Yeah.
Equal. It's just about music, or maybe not music, but on the sax, it's different. Sax and music.
Yeah.
But you have to consider all the human people. You are nothing. You are the same. The people are recuperating the waste in the street. You have the same, not the, maybe yes, not the same work,
Yeah.
same job, but we are same human.
Going through the
Same.
same experiences, the same struggles.
Exactly. We are nothing. So it's good sometimes to I'm nobody, and I consider myself like
Yeah.
my next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting
Humility.
getting your outlook on life and music.
Yeah.
It's so important, and also for people to hear this sort of other side of the way you think about art and life is amazing. Can I ask you about your?
I'm just looking.
Okay.
Can I ask you about your? We're going to put links up on our website to all your albums and work, and I'm sure everyone listening has heard your music. Your next projects, you mentioned when we chatted last night about a solo project that you've been thinking about for a few years. So, when might that materialize? Do you think?
For solos, it's my friend Idris who told me maybe I can see you making solo sax. Whoa, one album with alto sax. No, can play alto, soprano, tenor. Can play piano if you want. You can also play the four together with baritone.
Yeah.
I will write for you an arrangement.
Cool.
I call my friend Vincent David. For me, I consider him from the best saxophonist in the world for classical, but not also for music. Vincent is, and I ask him come and a composition for me solo. Maybe Choro from Brazil, Choro.
Yeah.
And other compositions and standards also. I will put Panonica from Thelonious Monk. Maybe others, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have already my list.
Thinking about ideas and.
So this is maybe in June we will record this in Brazil with Idris as producer, agent, director, artistic director. And also the Symmetric group on March. It's more drum and bass, reggae, funky project.
Yeah. You gave us a sneak preview to that this evening.
It's killing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that my two little kids, Sydney and Stevie, some of the first in the world to hear your new drum and bass project before anyone else has heard it, dancing around the kitchen.
Yeah.
One other little thing, just from a saxophone point of view, you mentioned yesterday, and we talked in the car about your development with the S Plus Van Doren Alto mouthpiece, but you mentioned there's going to be a Van Doren Java Plus tenor mouthpiece in the near future, maybe next year.
No, next year it's just the same as the small chamber Van Doren V16. It's the involving of the Java piece from before. Just this.
I think I have one over here.
The baffle is different.
Yeah.
The shape quite different here.
Yeah.
And you have
so the shank differently.
Shank is different, but the here maybe thinner here. The mentonnière.
The beak.
The beak.
Yeah.
Mentonnière in French.
Yeah, lovely.
No, menton is the
chin.
Yeah, chin. And we told it mentonnière from menton. You know why? Because at the beginning of invention of sax, you play like this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. With the reed facing up.
Yes. yeah. So it was like. You know that?
No.
In Madagascar, they play like before Mozart, clarinet, all the guys from this era. Like this.
So the beak is
You
on
didn't
your...
No, I really did not
No.
know that.
That's why it's called mentonnière.
So the beak of the sax is on your lower lip, and the reed is pointing up to the sky. Wow.
Why they did this before? And it's maybe before. I don't know if it's Adolphe Sax who moved this. I don't know, but someone from 19th century. It's easier with this position, with the other way. Other side.
Yeah.
When you go back to France, what's the first thing you want to eat? Say you've been away for a week
Yeah.
in Denmark,
Denmark.
yeah, or Norway, and it's just fish all the time to eat. When you go back to Paris, is there a thing you're like, I want to go and get?
Or a place that you love going
Well,
to.
maybe Vietnamese restaurant
Mm.
that you don't have in England or
No.
No.
anywhere. Or in Vietnam, maybe. Yeah, this kind, but I love to cook. So when I have a tour and no cooking during 1 month, for example, or 2 weeks, could be 1 week or 5 days, I miss something.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to cook.
I love me in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Wife is continuing walking, or she's just watching TV, and I'm making, and I put radio,
Yeah.
sometimes music, sometimes just a program about culture. I love this about history, a podcast,
Yeah.
and or criminal stories.
Yeah.
I like
Criminal
this. And you're
stories.
wow, I killed them. Oh,
Serial
chainsaw.
killer.
What chainsaw? Wow.
What's
The
your favorite?
program.
What's your favorite crime story then?
There is
Real
a lot,
life.
but it's every day in France. I love Christophe Ondelat.
Mhm.
He's a guy he came from radio and television. On television, it was Fait entrer l'accusé. It was a program about criminal stories. And now every time in Europe 1 is a podcast, is a radio in Paris, in France. It's called Ondelat raconte, Ondelat tells, and it's very, very interesting. The story from today, I was in the Manchester station, I was listening, it's like a 30 minutes program. In Belgium, a woman after 35 years together wedding, married, decided to kill him and cut him in 9 pieces
9.
with chainsaw.
Why 9? Wonder how she decided.
And
And
35
the most
years.
interesting is all about the human reaction. Because the police went, do you have some problem with your husband? Did you have? No.
Just started.
And she did it during the children were in the garden when she killed in the guy, her husband,
I
in
just
the
like
cave.
the number 9.
And after they had a dinner, and she was like very angry. We are not all
Not all
same.
there, yeah.
It's very interesting. Yes, Christophe Ondelat also stories very interesting about the sports, about a one tour, a world tour by boat, Everest, all of the sportive or very you never saw about very stories, very
things you wouldn't hear
incredible.
about. Yeah.
The guy who lived during 1 year with Danes in the forest, with the cerf, with the in the
What?
forest.
A deer.
Yeah, deer. Sorry, deer, with
Deer.
deer. Well,
He lived
1
in
year
the forest with deers.
until to touch them and to live with them.
And they accepted him.
Yeah. all. So it's Christophe
yeah,
Ondelat
crazy
stories.
story.
Yeah.
Is wow, it's incredible.
Cool things,
Each day, and stories from the 19th century and the 18th century.
Yeah, fascinating.
So I
Do
love to
you-
cook with this
Yeah,
program
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
And you pull this back into your music, right? Because that composition that you wrote, is it Pasiphae?
Pasiphae.
Yeah, the mother of the Minotaur.
Yeah.
So
the
when
story
you-
is.
when you're reading and hearing this stuff, do you think about tunes? I want to write a tune about that, or I like that title. Does it?
Yeah,
does
there
it
is no
inspire
rules,
you?
but sometimes it's a title give me the way, and sometimes it's inverse. It's like I have this way, and it remind me somewhere or something or someone.
Yeah,
It depends.
yeah.
His next
Very,
composition is called 9 Pieces.
9 pieces.
Come in for dinner.
Coming from dinner, it's it's metal.
Yeah,
9/4. Yeah.
yeah. In 9/4.
No, it will be a ballad with major chords.
Well, thank you so much for being
You're
with
welcome.
us, sharing your time,
Loved
sharing
it.
your knowledge. I think we're done. I
Yeah,
think
man.
It's been
Thank
great.
you, Corey's brothers, because sorry, I don't have the
The
tablet
tone
anymore
tablet.
because now I am playing.
Don't need it.
No,
Because the
But,
Supreme
on my
now
tenor,
has
yes,
the,
on my tenor, yes,
yeah,
still,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's been great.
been great,
great
Baptiste.
talking to you. We're gonna carry on drinking some wine now, I think,
I think so.
Or maybe
And-
more.
and maybe more.
More.
But thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining
my
us here in
friends.
Jim's Jazz Room,
Yeah.
and we'll put up some ideas and links and everything after this.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Baptiste.
everybody, for listening this. Take care.